Good morning and welcome to America's Home Cooking. This morning I'm frying tilapia up. They are huge. Let me show you. See how big they are? They are really, really large and thick. Look how thick they are. They are really something. Today I'm going to use, I don't know if I gave you this mixture. As I use them and have to remake them, I'll be giving them to you, but I've made a lot of mixtures up. This is a Moroccan Spice mix for fish. So I figured, why not? I'm having fish, so I'm not using the fish that they're using, but I'm using this one, and I think it'll go nice. And the rolls are over there cooling, so they're too hot to handle. So we're going to get some, I'm going to need a plate to do this. And I'm going to use my flour mixture as usual. This is whole wheat flour that I use here. I mean, the weather is so nice. I just found a recipe for rugelach, and I'm reading it and I said, oh God, this sounds so good. I have got to make this in the autumn. Oh my goodness, I was reading and I said, oh no, this is too good. We can't pass this one up. You know, sometimes you read recipes and you sit there and say, oh no, this one's not getting past me. This one is not getting past me, and I'm thinking about buying. I already got 6 cookbooks in a short time, and I just found another 4. Oh my goodness, I tell you, I'll never catch up with myself. But cooking is such a creative art, you know? We can do so much, and we can do things differently, and we can add and subtract things on it, and it just is. Yeah. Yeah, let's see what I need. I need oil. This is oil. Like I told you, I only use it 2-3 times max. I'm not going to use it any more than that. And I always strain it to make sure that I don't get all the flour and stuff from the other ones. I get some of it, but I'm not going to get a ton of it. I know some people who collect it and they just keep using and using. My grandmother and my aunt, Odessa, they would put bacon grease in a container on the back of the stove, and that people don't think that oil goes rancid, but it does go rancid. I keep my oil in the refrigerator once I open it. And another thing is I'll only use it 2 or 3 times, and that's it. Zip, no more. I'll throw it out. Oh my God. So see, it's very important that you know these things. Like I see people, and this really bothers me, is they take hot water from the sink. You have a hot water heater, and it's metal and stuff. And as you use it, you have sediments. That's why you don't drink hot water from the faucet. I had a friend who sat there and did it all the time. We told him, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. But it finally built up in his body. Well, anyway, he's dead. You know, so I told him it was better if he sat there and just, you know, heated the cold water up, because the cold water comes directly through and it doesn't have to bypass the whole heating unit. But the hot water unit as well. And people don't think about it. Now I'm going to add some buttermilk to this. Oh, by the way, those steaks yesterday, they were spicy. They were delicious. Oh my God. I didn't think they would come out that good. They came out much better than I thought. So I was experimenting. And the salt, that smoked salt is so good. Really, really good. I'm just putting some buttermilk on it. If you have yogurt, you can use a little bit of yogurt on it. If I use the yogurt, I'm going to be making yogurt today, and I'm not going to do that today. So I said I'll use buttermilk, because we use a lot of yogurt and we use a lot of buttermilk in this house. I got the stuff to make the incorn bread, the equipment that I need for it, for the recipe, but I've got to build up my incorn. Right now it's in the refrigerator growing. It might be another week, week and a half before we make incorn bread and learn how to work with that flour. And I say learn because that's what we're doing. Remember, working with an ancient flour is different than working with modern flours, because chromosomes, they only have 2, so they have more wheat germ bran, and they do the starch in it, which is the white part, whereas they've genetically engineered ours to have more starch, less wheat germ, and less bran. So that's why a lot of people are having problems. And I got a recipe that says non-gluten to make pasta and other things that we could do, bread, which would help people that I know that do have this problem. The problem is that I got to buy a mill. That's $400. I just don't have it right now, so I have to wait. But I'm saving up for it because I do want to get the mill. So this is Moroccan seasoning that I'm sprinkling on. I think you can see what I'm doing. I'm sprinkling. Fish to have good flavor. I'm always working to get that flavor going. Now, I put it seasoned side down for the flour to stick, right? Now I'm going to add some on this side, so when I toss it over, both sides will have it, and then I'm going to put it on a rack to dry some. And you know what? I'm running out of room again. That happens when you get people who love to cook and they've got a really big kitchen. I have a big kitchen, but the thing is that it's not utilized properly. There's a lot of waste in this kitchen. Cabinets and counters isn't that much, but you got a lot of open space. And take another one. Seam, I'm going to put the seam side in the flour. And before I flip it, I'm going to add more seasoning on top of it. Because if you're going to eat, enjoy your food. That's how I look at it. Yeah, this can go in here. See, we got those seasonings, we got the flour. Between the fish and the flour we have, I'm drenching them again, we have the seasonings. Why do I do it twice? Because I noticed that the flour absorbs in, and you start just seeing the fish or the meat. So by drenching them twice after they sit a few minutes, you can see how the moisture is coming. So I want to add that extra flour to make sure I put those seasonings in. We'll get this oil going. I'll clean that after. I'm just trying to get stuff out of the way so you can come over here and see what I'm doing. Try to get you so you can get as close as you can. I got the fish over here. See, if I put you in the front, I'll have the fish on the back. Maybe that's better for you. Hold on a minute. Let's see, okay. I'm going to turn this on. Get a vitamin E in here. We're waiting for the oil right now, and then we'll start frying this up. Well, that's not gonna fit. Okay, that's for my son. I know, and he's gonna want coffee. I've got ironing to do, so I need this. Now, I talk about my husband. He was very sick. And I told you it came to the point where the medicine was making him sicker and sicker and sicker. And I couldn't understand. So I got desperate. I really went out on a limb. I got him HGH, which is, it's known as HGH. What it is growth hormones. Well, it's not really. What it is it's everything that the body needs at once so it can grow and heal and repair. So I got it for him. I had him going well. His blood works came back. He started getting his energy and everything back. And then he got a massive infection. And we had to rush an insect that was infected, bit him on the leg. His whole leg blew up like 4 times its size. And what happened next was the skin came off, just peeled right off. So I told the guys to go to the store and buy Kotex, no scented Kotex. And I wrapped his leg up with that, with an ace bandage, you know, the ones that you wrap. And we took him to the hospital. They put him on massive antibiotics. And he ended up getting well, the leg healed, everything healed. But there was another person in the room with him, what do they call it? Oh, I can't remember. It wasn't 4 in a room, it was 2 in a room. And he sat there and he was still on his HGH. I had given him the HGH and all, and was keeping it up. And then all of a sudden he came home and he started having a severe case of diarrhea. And all of a sudden something was going terribly wrong. And I'm still giving him the HGH. He'd been on it for years and he was doing quite well. And what happened was, we found out when we went to the hospital that the guy next to him had a massive infection. They should not have put my husband in that room with him, but they put him in that room because that was all that they had, and they knew they had to get him in the hospital. Because they had a mixture of this, of antibiotics to fight the infection that my husband had, what ended up happening was when he went back less than a month later, he ended up with that massive infection, and because he had been on so many antibiotics, they could not get a combination of antibiotics to kill this thing. That's how bad it was. And in less than 2 weeks, he went completely downhill. They said, we tried every combination of antibiotics, but this disease we couldn't stop. And they could not stop it. There was nothing they could do. And he died from it. But I used that HGH and his blood works were perfect. Everything was coming back. And the doctor said, I know he was sick, but I don't know why he's well. Well, this was repairing his body. His skin color was coming back. His hair was coming back. His nails, the organs, everything was coming back. But when that hit him, and they cleared it up. But he ended up with another infection on top of it, and there was no cure for it because they didn't have anything. Because the insect, whoever that insect bit, or wherever it was, affected my husband, and then they cleared it up. He went home in less than 30 days. Because of that sick patient next to him, he ended up with a massive infection. He ended up with that SARS, I think is what they are, SARS, whatever it was. It was bad. So HGH was something that really works. And all it does is repair your body. That's all it knows how to do is repair. It's everything that you need if you get the natural one. And he was doing quite well. But that's something I sold, was actually HGH for a while to help people. But I had to take care of him, and I couldn't do it. I had to stop everything, you know. And then with the economy and things aren't well, people can't afford things. So I said, well, I'll quit and show people how they can cook to save themselves with health. This is what I do. Showing you how to eat more nutritiously so you can enjoy your life more. And maybe keep sickness at bay until finally, you know, we are all going to be called home sooner or later. But anyway. But I have been into things trying to help my husband when I learned so much. That's why I don't like medicine. That's why I don't like a lot of things. Because I've seen what it does, and that frightens me. Because everybody takes it. I love it. Doctors say they use your family against you. They say it's only one little pill. I don't want to hear that. If I can't buy it, walk into the store and buy it, and I need a doctor's script, and I have to go to a pharmacist, and then he has to question the doctor, and they go back and forth before I get the medicine. It ain't safe. And if I can't get a PDR to read what the counter medications are, and they keep this from the public, something's going on. There's something really going on. You don't have a right to hide that from me, because it's my body. Now here's what it's looking like, as you can see. It's coming out quite nice. And I have a good amount of oil in this because I don't want it to burn on the bottom. But I do want it to cook very nicely. And that's a lot of fish. Believe you me, I only bought one for each of us. I don't know if I'll eat the whole thing, but I will try because it smells good. And with those rolls we just made, I don't know what I'm going to have as a vegetable. I don't have any salad, so I'll be serving vegetables or either fruit with it. And that'll be pretty much it. I did find something I want to make, but now I can't find it. I don't know what cookbook it's in, but it's an upside-down apple cake. I know, you always think upside-down pineapple, upside-down cake, but this is an apple one, and it looks really good, and I want to try it, and I can't remember what cookbook I was in. And you can see the seasonings, how they act. Get that brown just a little more on that side, and we're done with this one. And remember, fish cooks very fast. It's not like beef. And those steaks were really good yesterday. Those cube steaks, I could not believe the seasoning. The way I did it just came out beautiful. I never eat two of them. I usually just eat one, but I actually had two of them. And brown, whole wheat flour will brown darker than the other one, so be aware of it. So, let me finish browning these, and I will be back. Okay, here is the tilapia. Take care. Enjoy your day.